You're watching The Book Reviewer with Cindy Brady, where we make hardcovers soft. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Book Reviewer with your host Cindy. And I have another book review to share with you guys. So, you guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, or if you're new, I have been reading and reviewing the 3-book series of The Secret Diary of Celie Valentine by Julie Sternberg, I believe. So, these books included Friendship Over, Secrets Out, and Everything's Changed, in that order. I have now read all 3 books, and with all of the books in a series that I review each of them, and then I do a cumulative review once I've read all of them and give you my thoughts, impressions, things like that of the series as a whole. So, just like all the other reviews I've done. So this series was particularly entertaining because, well, one, we're talking about a 12-year-old girl. A 12-year-old girl has hormones raging and getting into the phase of, I don't know who I am, I'm not sure of what the people think about me, especially in middle and high school, and just I'm at a loss for words. This doesn't happen very often, you guys. So, what I was saying is that she has this ball of emotions, and she's not really sure what to think, feel in certain situations that she's put in. So, the Friendship Over book was a good book. It was, not a long read. It was, I believe it was 170 or so pages. So it was short. It was a shame to see Celie leave her friends. I think she was just leaving 5th grade at that point. And she was kind of graduating, and she was trying to transition into a new school at that point. So it wasn't a bad thing. It was just that she had friends at her school, and she kind of graduated, and some of them I think she said she would see in middle school, but she wasn't sure. So that one was good. Secrets Out was a good book. It tells of a story of her 12-year-old self and her sister, which is revealed in the book is 2 years older than her, and her mother and father's mother has somebody in the family, extended family, tells them that Granny is exhibiting some weird behaviors. Should we be concerned for her? Things like that. And it is revealed that she has beginning problems of dementia. For those of you that don't know what that is, dementia is a illness, a long-term chronic illness in which people forget memories, they forget who they are, they forget things that have recently happened, and that can get dangerous sometimes because they will be cooking a meal and they'll forget that something's hot or that they've done something, and it can get a little weird. I'm not talking from personal experience, but some things that I've kind of noticed throughout this series. So it can get really bad. It can get bad enough to where this elderly person needs constant care, and reminding them, well, you took your pills already, or you walked the dog already, or something like that. And so they are taking care of their grandma, and she's living with them. And so she is adjusting to life with her grandma and enjoying her time with her. And the everything's changed is when they discover that grandma needs that constant care that I talked about, that she needs somebody to look after her. And it can get really bad, like I said, to require even a 24-hour care type situation where they might even be like a live-in nurse or somebody that needs care in a home or an assisted living situation. So this was a good read. I can see how it might be a little bit hard for people that have gone through some of that, or seeing it through new perspectives could be hard too, because as a 12-year-old girl, you're trying to figure things out, and you're not as concerned with a extended family member having an illness such as dementia or any mental illness at all. There are changes that come with any mental or chronic illness that people have to adapt to. So this would be a little bit more of a mature read. It might suit teens a little bit better because their understanding is growing, and they would be a little bit more mature to see what's going on and understand it a bit better than the grades that are suggested to read it. Usually for juvenile fiction, you have ages 8 to 12 or 12 to 17. I would suggest probably a bit older. But if your kid, I would suggest pre-reading if you want your child to read this book, so that any questions that can come up, you can do that. So collectively, I like the series. It was a good read. I would recommend them. I will put a playlist of all 3 books down in the video description below if you would like to look at them. You could probably get them at your local library, or you can look at your favorite bookstore and see if they have them. Again, it's Julie Sternberg, and it's the Secret Diary of Celie Valentine series. So I enjoyed the series as a whole, like I said, and I'm working on another series too, just to give you a heads up. And I think that's it for today. It's a great series, and I enjoyed it, and I think you should check it out if you haven't already. Have you read this series? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or does this book review make you want to read them? I want to know. Put your comments down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Keep reading. Don't stop believing. And we will see you again soon. Bye, guys.